So this is a story that somebody, as Chloe said, anonymously shared on the YWCA site. We have a handful of these stories that people bravely shared, but are understandably not comfortable with sharing publicly themselves. So, growing up, I struggled tremendously with mental health and finding my purpose in life. By the time I turned 15, I'd been sexually assaulted on 2 different occasions, and then I felt as though it had stripped my body from my own bodily autonomy. I had no idea how to cope properly, as I wasn't allowed to speak about my experience. So I became hypersexual to take back claim of my body, and in all honesty, to erase the touch that I couldn't stop feeling. Through unprotected sex, I fell pregnant at 16 years old. Abortion was not an option for me. I was a minor, and without parental permission, I could not have an abortion. Parental permission was out of the question growing up in a pro-life household. I gave birth to my child and felt as though I became responsible for another life when I wasn't fully responsible for my own life. It took years for me to accept being a mother and to understand that I couldn't erase what happened to me as I struggled with postpartum depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder with little to no support, as the moment I became a mother, the child mattered more than my own health, mentally and physically, in the eyes of society. At the age of 19, I had become pregnant again, unexpectedly. I was not financially stable and facing housing insecurities. I made the decision to terminate my pregnancy. It wasn't the easiest decision. But I did what I had to do in order to survive and ensure a successful life for my child and I. A few years later, I found myself in a better situation than I was before. I had a stable income, a home, and had accepted my trauma. Not a day goes by that I don't think about the pregnancy I terminated, but I do not regret my decision.